What's up, everybody? Kier Gomes here, and welcome to Way Back Wednesday, episode 14. Today's episode of Way Back Wednesday is dedicated to a specific request that I got on my last Way Back Wednesday video, and that was a request to review one of the earlier Cherry Casino decks. On my channel, in the past, I have reviewed, I believe, the black ones, the red ones, the blue ones, and the green ones. And in honor of the recent Desert in Purple edition coming out, I thought today we'd take a look at the Cherry Casino V3. These are the teal ones. Before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way. Alright, so this deck was actually a gift. This was, I believe, the first deck of cards that my good buddy Steven Hammer ever sent me. We actually were working together on a video and we were going to do a giveaway. I mentioned that this was one of the decks that I wanted but didn't have, and he was so kind, he put one in a package, shipped it to me, and we've been BFFs pretty much ever since. So, Mr. Hammer, this episode is dedicated to you. Hope you're recovering. Love ya. Positive thoughts. All right, let's get into it. The tuck case is standard Cherry Casino etiquette. It is the back design of the cards on both sides. It's printed on a regular glossy cardstock. It says Cherry Casino on both sides of the deck. Nothing on the top. The bottom has some ad copy about Pure Imagination projects. And there's nothing on the inside of the tuck. Now, the only difference between this deck and the V1 is that this one was the first time that Cherry Casino utilized the metallic ink for the cherries. I am not a huge fan of metallic playing cards, so I would love the V1. If you have one, let me know. But in general, the teal color is the exact same. The overall style of the deck is pretty much identical. All right, the back design of the deck looks like this. You get this vibrant card back with this amazing teal color. It's got the white, almost like Nike swoosh that connects the borders and two cherries in each corner. It looks like an actual casino deck. You're gonna get your classic Cherry Casino Ace of Spades. It is standard indices, but has an enlarged spade pip in the middle. It says Cherry Casino with the two silhouettes of cherries. It says Litho in USA, which actually just means made in USA. Very casino style Ace of Spades. It looks just like you would see it on an actual casino deck. And same thing can be said for the Jokers. Very casino worthy. This looks like it could have come out of a real casino or any casino deck. It's got the two cherries and says compliments of Cherry Casino. It says jackpot in each corner. Really nice Jokers. I love casino style decks. Everyone who knows me knows that. Mock casino decks or decks based on not real casinos, I for some reason tend to like even more. Now, this is a very popular thing, especially right now. Cherry Casino was not the first to do it, and they definitely will not be the last to do it. However, I do really appreciate taking the little steps to really convince me that that's a real casino. All right, now in terms of gaff cards, you are gonna get a blank-faced card. This is something that may actually come in handy in a casino. It's used as a cut card, so you can deal cards without anybody seeing what's on bottom. And you're also gonna get a double backer, which is great for magic tricks. I use double backers all the time. It is my favorite gaff card. Now the rest of the deck is gonna be pretty much standard. The only difference is some of the colors have been customized, and the inks on the hearts and diamonds have been made to be metallic to match the cherry. So you can see it is basically a bicycle standard court card here, but the King of Hearts, for example, has this metallic crimson color instead of bright red. But the blue and yellow is basically the same. So a lot of the customization is so subtle that many people wouldn't notice it if you were to be performing this deck for Magic. You can see, like, for example, the spades and clubs look exactly like you would see on any old casino or bicycle deck. Now for a vintage style looking deck like this, I actually think it would look better with just straight standard faces, no metallic inks or color customizing. I know I'll probably get smited for that, for being such a purist. I do think it works for a lot of decks, but for this deck, it just doesn't need it, you know? This is what the deck looks like in a fan. These cards are a little bit older. I've had them in my possession for over a year, and who knows how long Steven had them before that. There's a better look at the fan for you. I do love the contrast with this teal color and that white stripe that just pierces right through it. I never get tired of seeing things like that. All right, so that's pretty much gonna do it for the way the deck looks. Let's switch angles now and talk about how it handles. By the way, this shirt though, this was a gift from my brother while he was in town. I love this shirt, it's my new favorite shirt, so. The handling of this deck, if you have the last two iterations of Cherry Casino, which are the Reno Red and Sahara Green, those are printed on Bicycle's premium stock. They're very thick and very nice. And if you have the two iterations before that, which are the Tahoe Blue and the Black Cherry Casinos, those are printed on crushed premium stock, so they were a lot thinner and a lot clumpier as well. This deck, I believe, is crushed casino stock, but at the time that these were printed, it was a different paper stock altogether. So these are gonna feel more like the Honeybees, maybe Peelers V1, if you've ever had the pleasure of dealing with those. Not thick, but not super thin, just kind of just right. Even after, over a year of using this deck, it still fans pretty well. It's just clumpy enough to be good for packet cuts, which is a good thing. Overall, can't really complain with the way that these cards have held up. This is what they look like in a spread, very unsuspecting, great for Magic. Looks like they faro easiest from bottom to top. The cards at this point have been worn in very well, so they spring easily. With the newer Cherry decks, they feel pretty good right out of the box, but they are a little bit thick, so they do require some breaking in. These are kind of in that sweet spot, so don't really have to worry about that. Nice and snappy. And there you go. Well guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Way Back Wednesday. Pretty crazy to think that we're already 14 episodes in and we got a lot of decks to cover from here. So as always, do drop a like on this video. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. But also leave me a comment down below and let me know what decks you'd like me to do for next Way Back Wednesday. If I have it, I will review it. If I don't, we'll find a way. Big shout out to my good friend Steven Hammer for sending me this deck. At the time, not even knowing that it was ever gonna make it onto this series because it didn't exist yet. I'll leave the link to Steven Hammer's channel down below so you guys can go check him out if you haven't, although if you know who I am, you probably know who he is too. Hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their Wednesday. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.